So coming to the box itself, we get this awesome GAN box, but this is not the greatest at this time, as the GAN 11M Pro box has just overtaken this. It is super cool, it is super awesome, but even though this is just a pretty good box for Cube. So let's get the top off. We get two other boxes, one has the Cube itself, another has some accessories, and this accessory box actually varies for the light version and the standard version. If you bought the light version ones like this, you would get only two accessories in there, which are, one is this and GAN standard pamphlet. This is an CFOF pamphlet which they give for most of their cubes, especially 3x3, and GAN pouch which you can use to preserve your cube. Most of the cubers don't often know how to open this, including me at the time of unboxing, but it's just a simple click and you get the cube out. But this cube has been also overtaken by the GAN 11 Pro's awesome, easy, simple clicking box. So coming to the cube itself, the cube comes with high quality plastic. The colors are just awesome, you could see all the colors are just awesome. These colors are my favorite colors of all time for Rubik's Cube. Actually these colors are really good when compared to other cubes, and the black internals available in GAN cubes are just super awesome. They just add up to these colors and the rich quality. You couldn't feel any budget quality in this cube, as most of the budget cube offer that bad plastic quality, but this cube does not offer anything like that. This is totally rich quality as GAN, or often rich quality GAN cubes are. Coming to the magnetic strength of this cube got some yellow magnets in the edge pieces and some clear magnets in the corner pieces. So this cube offers an overall medium strength. Even though this cube is a cheaper version of the GAN 356X, which was one of the biggest hit of cube markets, but this cube is still cheap than it. This is because it does not have interchangeable magnets which are present in the GAN 356X. That is the only noticeable difference between these two cubes, but the price is even bigger noticeable. So the magnetic strength is not that much bad, it's still strong, not so weak, and I could still feel the magnetic strength during my regular turns. So I don't see that the absence of interchangeable magnets is a big defect in this cube, so you can still buy this. Coming to the corner cutting of this cube can reverse corner cut over line to line. This is line to line, and yes, it can reverse corner cut on line to line, but not far beyond it. Yes, so this cube can corner cut about line to line for reverse, and for normal corner cutting, (45°). Yes, but it involves certain pressure, so I don't like that normal corner cutting, because we have to apply certain pressure for that normal corner cutting. But corner cutting is not a big fact, because during my regular turns I don't feel that lockups at all. So this is just still a good cube for corner cutting. Coming to the turnings of this cube is smooth and comfortable in my hands. Actually, at the time of unboxing, I didn't like this cube that much, because this cube was very fast out of the box, so it was very hard for me to control this cube. But after times of practicing this cube, the speed gradually decreased and I got some more stability in this cube. After that, it became one of my all-time favorites. Coming to the texture of this cube comes in frosted plastic. Actually, this is not glossy or matte, because most of the cubes often resemble frosted plastic, as they are slippery to the hands. But the fact is that this frosted plastic often fades away after some use on this cube. That's what happened to me also. While I unboxed this cube, this was very slippery in my hands, but after solving this cube for some time, for about an under solve, the frosted plastic started to fade away and I gained some more stability, and this cube is now very stable for me in my hands. So there is no problem in those frosted plastic, it's just a short term issue. So at last, the GES setting. So this cube offers only one GES setting, the blue one, but if you bought the standard one, you could get some 3 more settings, the yellow, green and the purple ones. Different settings means different tensions, means you could change your cube speed or stability. So this is the blue GES. I think I could focus, but yes, the this is the 0.6 setting, and this is the 0.8 setting, and this is for removing the GES. Wait a minute, I think I could still focus. The 0.6 setting, if you keep the 0.6 setting, the cube will be more stable, and the 0.8 setting is for more speed. I didn't keep the 0.8 because this cube was already some more speed, so I just don't want to make this uncontrollable, so I keep it 0.6 so that it was stable. So you get this blue spring in all of the 6 centers and nothing other than that for the GES. So my final thoughts on this cube is that this cube is really good and awesome, and this is so smooth and comfortable in my hands, and at this price point, as this cube is available for even less than half of the GAN 11M Pros or GAN 356XS or even X price, this cube is really good. Its performance is high, its corner cutting is not that much bad, its magnetic strength is medium. I don't feel any problems with this cube. This cube is really okay for me, and I can really turn good in this cube. So it's all your choice. This cube is really good, and one suggestion that I can give you is that if you have some more money, then you can even buy the GAN 356M standard version, as it gives you more choice of customization, as this cube reduces your choice of customization. But at the same time, if you are a beginner to cubing, then you could even buy this itself. As a beginner level, you don't know that much customization, and this cube is just okay for you. So that's it for this video, and if you like this video, then please give a like to this video and also subscribe so that you could support our channel, and leave your comments regarding this video or anything about cubing in the comment section. So thank you guys.